Hey, Holy Cross Student Ministry, welcome back with me today. Jumping back into Live in Grace, Walk in Love by Bob Goff. And it is with permission of HarperCollins Christian Publishing that we get to do these devotions together. Today we are looking at devotion number 211. And it says this: always welcome the stranger. God modeled this by how he welcomed us. Comes from Deuteronomy 10:19, and Deuteronomy 10:19 says this: you are to love those who are foreigners, for you yourselves were foreigners in Egypt. A recurring theme in the Bible is welcoming the stranger or foreigner. Jesus and his followers tried to live this out, and in many cases benefited from others welcoming them. Hospitality is always a marker of people who follow Jesus, isn't it? Some of us think of hospitality as an industry, like hotels or restaurants. We might think hospitality is cooking a nice meal for friends or someone crashing on the couch when they're in town. But hospitality is so much more costly and intimate than we tend to think. The spirit of hospitality is a willingness to open our doors when it's inconvenient for us. It means prioritizing people in need when we might have other projects we'd prefer to work on in a given moment. Hospitality looks like finding joy in creating a place for people we wouldn't naturally choose. People who can be difficult to love. There's that common theme again. When my kids visited all those world leaders years ago, you know what we took as gifts for princes, kings, and dignitaries? We took them a copy of our house key. At least 100 people can just let themselves in if they happen to be in the neighborhood. It's just another reflection of what hospitality looks like when we let it off the leash. It's easy to trust God's idea of welcoming when it's about people we already know and who are very easy to love. It's a little harder when it means an extended stay or someone who dirties up our dishes and borrows the car and returns it on empty. Those are the moments we find out whether we really trust that God knew best when he told us to love one another, or if it's just a suggestion that we can ignore. And the reflection question for today: who's the stranger in your life you can welcome and show love to today? It might be more than one, honestly. And let me pray for you. God, you let us in to your family. You've created us to love one another. You've created us to not to be selective or picky about who we love, God, but you have given us a blanket statement, an instruction, a directive to just love everybody. And I know that our faith is challenged when it's people that are not easy to love, or people that are not easy to let into our personal space, into our homes and into our families, God. But I know that your plan is so much bigger than what we think it is. God, I just pray that you would allow us to pray faithfully for a heart of hospitality in our own lives, in ourselves, in our families, that we would welcome your children into our lives, regardless of whether or not it's people that we would choose to be around. I pray that in Jesus' name. Have a great day.